I grew up going to church every Sunday and going to Bible school and, having Bible studies, and a lot of my friends went to church, and so that's kind of what I knew. But it's not like my parents forced me, it's not like we prayed every night and talked about how we were going to hell, but I just was around that environment, and then I got a little older and kind of strayed from that because it felt like a lot of people I knew, because of their religious views, were against equal rights and thought being gay was something you could cure, and that was just really hard for me to associate being a good person with someone who didn't want equal rights for everyone, that didn't have love for everyone else. So it's just hard for me to be friends with people who don't believe in equal rights, because I don't know. I hope you edit this a lot.
Well, because what?
Because we don't believe in the same thing, and it may not personally affect me that much, but it's, I don't know.
Well, because there's this thing where you're like a Christian, right?
Yeah,
and those are your people, but then you're also...
I grew up thinking being Christian meant that you were going to be this good person that wanted to help other people and, wanting love for all of your family and all of your friends, but nowadays it doesn't really seem that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's like I said before, I've gotten in conversations, like I've had roommates who are really religious, and I've had really good friends that were really religious, and we've gotten conversations and arguments about this kind of thing, and I never felt like I was going to change anyone's mind, and it just caused conflict, so I just sometimes decide not to talk about it, because it's better to keep them as a friend and just not discuss it anymore. So, I don't know if that makes sense.
How do you reconcile that with your friends who are gay?
I guess I don't talk about it a ton with them. It's just they know that I accept them, and there's nothing much to talk about. I totally forgot about this. One of my best friends growing up, she lived across the street from me, and one day she just told me that she liked girls, and I had no idea at all, and my response was, "Oh, cool, so you're just a lesbian now?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think so." And I'm like, "All right." And then we just went on with our day, and it just never felt like a big issue. I was kind of surprised because I had no idea, and I had thought I knew her really well, but it's just no big deal. She's just my friend, and it didn't change anything.
Do you think it's difficult, though, for her to maybe paint you, or for other gay and lesbian people to, like, paint you with the same brush as a Christian as the people who were, like, anti? Or is it something you would worry about?
Well, repeat your question.
That people would assume that because you're Christian, even though that means something different to you.
I don't consider myself a Christian anymore.
Okay.
But I don't go to church, and it's kind of, I never really thought about it that much, but it's kind of for that reason. I just have found myself growing away from that, because what it stands for to me now, it's just not something I want to be involved with. Not that, I think it's wrong, because I feel like people can do whatever they want. That's their choice, and they're going to do that anyway, even if you tell them not to. But think that my friends who have told me that they were gay have always kind of known that it wasn't going to be a big deal. And sorry, I'm listening to him. It's loud.
Can you ask people to sign the Freedom to Marry pledge?
Yeah. I have.
But like into the camera.
Oh. So, okay, tell me more about that.
So it's the like tracking mechanism for the project, and it'll be like you can send out your website, and it'll be right there where the shoes are in real life. That's where the pledge is on the internet.
Okay.
So we're asking people to ask their friends on their video to sign the pledge as a way of showing support from people who've seen the video.
Okay. So I feel like everyone who believes should definitely sign the Freedom to Marry pledge, because hopefully you agree that anyone who feels like it should have the right to get married.